Hello everybody, welcome to a new pointless video that's very easy to make. If you're wondering where the Heroes of Might and Magic video is, well, I recorded one yesterday. It's almost 2 hours long. I'm thinking of cutting it down because I ramble a lot because I was recording it when I was a bit tired and really wanted to sleep, and it just went on tangents for about a half an hour. I may cut it down or just may record it again in a more coherent and structured manner. Until then, let's do something that requires no skill, no ability, and absolutely no work at all. This is reacting to the 2025 PC Gamer Top 100 PC Games of all time. So if you don't know this list, they make one every year and they evaluate each year games depending on several characteristics like their importance, the way they've aged, their impact, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's probably one of the more balanced and I think thought out methods of making one of these lists. And you're gonna see up in here in the corner, that's the Zelda counter. Last year somebody managed to shove a Zelda game in here. I'm hoping this counter is going to be 0 this year because Zelda isn't... There are no Zelda... Well, yeah, there's the original Zelda on PC, I know. I played it on PC the first time I played it. But it's not officially on PC, you know? So, don't put a Zelda there. Now, the people that wrote this thing, there's Phil Savage, Andrea Sheeran, Robert Jones, Jess Kingthorne, Harvey Randall, Sean Martin, Robin Valentine, Ellie Gould, Fraser Brown, Andy Chalkin, Morgan Park. Now, I know about 4 of these people, and I'm not all that satisfied with the performance, you know, in terms of the reviews and stuff of at least one of them. So, let's get into it and see if this year's going to be better than the last one. Because the last one had like a Zelda had personal picks. I think there was a Mass Effect in the top 10, and I don't know. Welcome to the PC Gamer Top 100, our annual list of something I already said. Oh yeah, okay, the list was made, it's accumulated from like 30 people. If you're wondering why Poster of Returning is back on the list for the first time in years, it's because Josh made a fully animated PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so there's Deadfire back on the list. And apparently they have really spirited talks about how and why a game should be included. So how the list works, the quality of the game, the importance, the freshness, you know, the hip to it daddy-o-ness of the games, etc. Yeah, I get it. Like, it's okay, if we feel the games are different enough from each other to be worth it, instance, Baldur's Gate 2 and 3, otherwise the lower scoring is in this. Wait. Custom tweaks in the interest of variety restricted the list to 1 game per series. Okay, so Mass Effect 2 and 3 won't be in the top 10 anymore, I guess. That's good, I think. That means there's only 1 Dark Souls. Cool. Okay, I get it though. In the case of Baldur's Gate, I mean, 2 and 3 are vastly different games. I mean, I haven't played 3 yet, but if it's derived from Divinity 2, it's a vastly different game to 2, and 2 is a fantastic game, and 3, I guess, is also a fantastic game, and I think you probably keep the both of them, but not Mass Effect 2 and 3, because none of them deserve to be in the top 100. Okay, maybe 3 does. 2, oh god, no. Only after if you're an accurate reflection of PC Gamer, seen something, always we'd love to hear what you think. Oh, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear what I think, even if you don't want to. You're gonna have to do a lot to not hear what I think. So let's get to it. Number 100, Unavowed. Okay, so not to be confused with Avowed, which is the game that was made by the people that brought you Pillars of Eternity and other games and other fancy RPGs. This is Unavowed. It's a game made by Wajitai, by Dave Gilbert. It's a game that I promised Dave I'd play about 4 years ago. I still have not played it. It's been out for a while. I think it's 2000. I'm going to zoom in a bit because the images aren't all that... Yeah, on the default zoom it looks a bit terrible in terms of this thing, so I'm going to zoom in a lot, maybe just fit one single thing on a screen. Okay, So 2018. Is it worthy of being in the top 100? Well, I've played most of Dave's other games. I love the Blackwell series. I even played the original Blackwell game, Bestowers of Eternity. I think he was in high school when he made it or something. The graphics were made in Paint. I'm not joking. They look like they were made in MS Paint. Still, I love the games. Mostly for the story. The gameplay can be a bit. I mean, there's a limit of how many times you can do the use a penny as a screwdriver puzzle in an adventure game until you just check out, or put a piece of paper under a door and hurl yourself at the door so the key falls off, and you can get the key with the paper from under. Yeah, there's a limit to that. There's a limit. Okay, number 99, City Skylines. Yeah. City Skylines is a great game. Like, when it came out, it was basically what people needed. I mean, SimCity had just shit the bed so badly that the Maxis died and Electronic Arts killed it. Like, it put a pillow over its face and smothered it until the life stopped ebbing from it. It was a mercy killing at that point. I mean, it was a mercy killing from the people that stabbed them in the first place. But hey, at least that. City Skylines, I mean, you can say it has like a bajillion expansions, and I get that. But it was made by a small studio. And they didn't have the bandwidth to just make all the stuff from the get-go. With City Skylines 2, maybe they could have had more of the bandwidth, but they made a boo-boo. Paradox has been making boo-boos recently. Well, since they went public, actually. Since Fred left, and a lot of people that I used to know that worked there left. Shams is now CEO of Arrowhead. Oh, I don't know where Susanna is anymore. I think she's in other stuff. Susanna Graham Meza was the first person to ever give me like a press review copy of anything. I was just some nobody that emailed her like, 16 years ago, and she just gave me like a press account on Gamersgate, so I can review Kharkov 1943, I think it was, or 1945. Man, those were the days. They were a lot more smaller company back then. Also used to make a lot worse games. Oh, some games that were so worse, but this is one of their best. It's still available. It's still. I'm not sure if it's still getting expansions now that the sequel is out. I'm hoping they're using their time to fix the sequel and improve it and make it actually functional. So yeah, City Skylines definitely deserves to be here. It has supplanted SimCity in most aspects. Maybe SimCity 2000, like for nostalgic reasons, is still my favorite, because it looks the way it looks and it plays the way it plays. But yeah, this one is absolutely deserving to be here. 98, Against the Storm. Okay, I've not played this, like, at all. I know Steven has played this. This is a strategy game where I think it's a strategy game. On paper, roguelike. Yeah, it's a roguelike city builder. You build a city and bad things happen. Like most cities do. So it's basically like what used to happen in SimCity to My Cities. Yeah, I agree that maybe they should be here. I'm not going to read all their like acknowledgements and all their reasonings unless it's something important, but yeah, I believe them. Dave the Diver at number 97. This is another game that was just like everywhere a year or two ago, like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was absolutely everywhere. Did not play it. Again, I'm not really up in the recentness of video games anymore. If you want to talk to me about recentness in Ignition SCADA development or QGIS or hydraulic modeling, especially in the Bentley suite or Eponet, I'm right there with you. It's kind of harder to do that with video games in the last couple of years. Much harder. Time isn't really on our side anymore, is it? Dad and I've been getting into some older games recently. I started playing Diablo 2 again. Not Resurrected, just the original, because I have the original. The original was the first video game I bought with my own money from my first job. That was a long time ago. I used to have hair back then, and all my internal organs, and all my original blood, and so many other things. Okay, Dave the Diver, sure, yeah. It's probably nice. 96, Shadowrun Dragonfall, yeah. I played Shadowrun Dragonfall, the non-director's cut, and the director's cut adds an extra ending where you can agree with the villain. That's the main thing I know about the director's cut. And honestly, that was the only thing I felt was missing from Shadowrun Dragonfall. It's a fantastic game, though. The picture here is from all the games, from Returns, Dragonfall, and what was it? The third one? I forget what the third one was named. The third one was okay, but it wasn't really at the same level of goodness in terms of story and setting as Dragonfall. Dragonfall has a character named Glory, who's got one of the bleakest stories of a character that you'll find in the game. She's like a mage, like a super amazingly gifted mage, who chopped off basically every part of her that she could and replaced them with machinery, so she could no longer do magic. And the reason for that is insane. What she did sounds insane. The reason she did it is super, maybe the closest thing to her I've seen in another game is Ember from Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Think something like that, but worse, more tragic. Okay. Yeah, it's deserving to be here, absolutely. Number 95, Dusk. Yep, Dusk is a great game. Absolutely agree. It's what I remember Quake being. It's what I remember most early 3D games, shooters being. It's fantastically well done. It's fun. It's funny. You reload a shotgun by spinning it around, but there's no reload animation. You don't need to reload. Reloading just spins it around, and it's fantastic. And you can spin around in the game. When you jump, you spin. You have rotation, which is something that you don't have in most 3D games, unless it's Crysis. I mean, the CryEngine is one of the few engines that has rotation for character view. Other games do not. They just stick to a certain level once you look far enough up or down. Yeah, Dusk absolutely deserves to be here. 94, Metamorph Refantasio. Sounds Italian? I haven't played it. Oh, it's a Persona game. Yeah, I've been meaning to play the Persona games for 20 years or something. Something. Okay, I guess so. Hotline Miami. Yeah, this was a classic roguelike, kill 'em and John Wick ripped it off basically in the fourth movie. So yeah, it's good. One of the best PC games ever. Maybe at least in terms of the last 30 years. Maybe yeah. 92, Lethal Company. My nephew asked me a bunch of years ago, 2 years ago, to get this game and play it with him. I didn't. I was tired, so I'm guessing it's fine. I mean, I know it was super popular, so maybe it deserves to be here. 91, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah. I played this while it was available on the $1 version of the Xbox Games Windows for Live PC Games Pass. I got to fly around my city, see it from above. I found my apartment. It looked almost correct, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I think it got an update, and it's even nicer now. The storms were amazing. I like it. It's probably one of the only, I wouldn't say good, but only reasonable uses of an always online component of a game, because everything here, this is hosted on a server. You're not downloading the entire planet's worth of GIS data. You're just loading the bit you're on, because the whole thing, that's terabytes of data. You would not have enough storage capacity to fit it all. I guarantee it. but if you're just streaming a tiny bit of it, it works. Yeah. Number 90, Team Fortress 2, yeah. Would have maybe placed it higher. I mean, Team Fortress 2 isn't what it was. I mean, the freshness score, yeah, is just 4. But man, Team Fortress 2 is, like, they scored it the 7th most important PC game of all time. And yeah, I mean, for better or worse it is. For better because it was one of the most fun multiplayer experiences I ever had. Worse because, see the hats? Yeah. The crates, the loot boxes. This is where it started. Well, this and Counter-Strike and Dota 2. This is where the evil began. This is where it festered. And we applauded, we laughed, we cheered. But this is where it came from. And the last comic, yeah, they released a comic like, I think last year or this year, the last one. It was beautiful. Very beautiful. Number 89, Peak. I've got no clue, to be honest. This was released this year. Wow. Help me up the damn cliff next time, Harvey. No. I'm guessing it's a... I love that Peak is adjacent to, but not mimicking the crop of co-op friendly horror games. Oh, it's like Phasmophobia. I didn't care for Phasmophobia. My nephew loves it. I don't. It's just a boring game. That's like 90% set up to like 10% of maybe something interesting. But it's often not interesting. It's just boring. 88. The Sims 4. Yeah, in terms of freshness, it's not all that fresh because I don't think they're going to make a new one. You're just going to pump this one for content as much as they can. Paradox kind of... well, they were working... A studio they worked with was developing an alternative to The Sims and they cancelled it. They could have cancelled Bloodlines 2 as well, but they decided, okay, let's release that and then never touch external games again, like third-party games again. Yeah, Bloodlines 2 came out. Somebody was asking in the comments of a recent video if I'm gonna make a video about it. Probably not. I mean, unless I get some time off and other stuff and I get the game as well. It's kind of expensive, but probably not. Sims 4, I guess, maybe. I think Sims 2 would still be a better choice. I mean, Sims 2, with all its DLC, I think it's more feature-rich in some aspects than the version of Sims 4 that I played a few years ago. Maybe it's gotten more stuff since then, but I think Sims 2 is better. It just seems to me. 87, Subnautica. Yeah, Subnautica is really nice. It's a really good survival type game because unlike most survival type games, it has a point. There's a story there. There's something developing. You're actually doing something to progress, you know, other than just progressing in a tech tree. Also, the fish are quite beautiful and you kill most of them. Timeless survival crafting goodness easily gotten as a bar. Yeah, this is one of the first games that Epic gave out for free. Speaking of Epic, Rocket League. Yeah, Rocket League was a blast back in the day. I quickly realized that I am not the kind of person who should play this in multiplayer because basically everybody became like overnight much like better than me to an extent that is unfeasible. Okay, in my defense, I was still recovering from being paralyzed. This was back before I could walk properly. I couldn't really use my hands properly either, but it was fun to play even like that. I haven't really tried it in a while. Epic made it exclusive to their launcher, and some people said, well, that's bringing the console wars to PC. To which I will say, so how are you enjoying playing Counter-Strike without Steam? I remember you could before Valve bought it. Oh, back in those days. So the hatred against Valve was astonishing and people forgot it. Number 85. Thank goodness you're here. I've got no clue. What is this? Still one of the only games that has made me ugly cackle at my PC. I'm not convinced I understand what a comedy slap former is. Okay, so it's like like well, wow, what is the name of the game that Xello made? Awesome Gentleman, the Move or Die. Is it like that? Oh, Matt. Okay. So apparently there's a character. It was something voiced by Matt Berry. Matt Berry is an amazing actor. You may know him as the guy who voices the like the servant robot in the Fallout TV show. He also was as a human character in the show. Also, you may know him better from the IT Crowd, as the boss from the second season onwards. Renum? No, wait, Denim. I keep forgetting what his name was, because they kept changing it. Anyway, the man is one of the best actors of our generation. He was also in What We Do in the Shadows as Laszlo. Thank goodness you're here. It's an unequivocally brilliant comedy game. Not funny for a game, but simply fun. Phenomenal gags, lots of slapping, and a tiny man who defies the laws of reality. Okay, this sounds like fun. It sounds like fun. Okay, maybe it's one of the best games ever made. Who knows? 84. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Okay, that's 3 games, or 4 games. 5 superb Bungie titles, plus they have these in Halo 4. Okay, there's 5 games in this. I mean, really? Damn. No. It's a bundle of 5 games. Like Halo 1, I wouldn't call it one of the best shooters ever made. It's like half of it is really good. The other half just peters out badly. Like really badly. Is the first half good enough to make it one of the best 100? Maybe. But all 5 of them really? Oh, actually, all 5 of them and only at 84? I guess. Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe. 83. Echo Point Nova. 6th freshest game ever made in recent years. Is a sprawling open world FPS for trick shot sickos. In co-op, it's co-op doomed for friends who'd spend their entire nights trying to do cool stuff in Tony Hawk. This sounds amazing. It's a yes and movement shooter. This sounds... I haven't played this. I haven't tried this at all. You can use grappling hooks on clouds. You can hoverboard up walls and can blast guys with a shotgun while backflipping in first person. Jesus Christ. I've never heard of this game. What am I even doing reacting to this? Like, this game sounds amazing. And it's just the 83rd? Jesus. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 on 82. I saw the trailer for the bunch of years ago. It looked great. I loved the name because it wasn't something like, you know, Claire Obscure Vengeance or Claire Obscure Origins or Obscure Origins. Oh no, no, it's a French game, so it's more involved in the naming, and it's I haven't played it, so I've got no clue. I think the Daredevil guy is in it, and it's like a sort of a JRPG-ish combined with the Frenchness. So like Anachronox in that case. Though Anachronox did not involve the French, though stylistically it did involve the French. It was very Mobius in its style. 81 Blueprints. This is a play on the word blueprints, but as blueprints. It's an adventure game, it's a puzzle game that seemed to be quite interesting. Apparently the 3rd freshest. Have not played it. That's going to be the resounding phrase I'm going to be using for most of this video. If they're recent games, I have not played it. Is it good enough to be at 81 even though it was released this year? Well, from what I've seen, it's maybe. I mean, you basically build the world you're exploring. It's like a puzzle game that's a bit of a roguelike. I mean, you've got replayability tied into it. It's nice. Like what I've seen from it seemed very, very nice. 80 Stellaris. Okay, with which DLC? It took them so many goddamn years to add espionage that I was just fuming at them. I fumed at them for years to add espionage. It took them like more than half a decade to do it, I think. I'm not sure at which I know it got a bad expansion DLC thing recently. I've already forgotten what it adds. I think it was something with dimensional things and stuff. But it just keeps growing and growing and growing. I'm a sentient communist rock on a quest to dominate the galaxy. Also, Stellaris is good. Okay, yeah, that's basically the idea of it. I'd be curious to see if they're ever gonna compress the game into here's most of the DLC for $20 and the base game instead of spending $200 on it. I think they did that with Crusader Kings 2 at some point and it worked out well for them. Hopefully they'll do the same as well. Or just release Stellaris 2 as a much worse game. Cult of the Lamb, have not played it. It seemed nice, like you play as a lamb that's got a cult or something. And again, I haven't played it. Seems nice. It's got sheep in it. Total Warhammer 3. Oh man, I've been meaning to play the Total Warhammer games for so long. I haven't gotten to it. Like I've been meaning to get at least one of them at a sale sometime, but I never really managed to. So yeah, since it's the third one, and judging from the way that Creative Assembly makes their games, it may be the most complete one. They usually tend to be very cumulative, unless it's Rome Total War 2, no, Rome 2 Total War, in which case it's a pile of crap. And then they're going to make an enhanced version of it, which nobody's going to play. Because it's still got that filter on it that makes everything look like crap. And for some reason, Rome Total War 1 runs very badly on modern systems. Almost like it's intentionally gimped. So people would play or buy Rome Total War 2. Maybe they fixed it because I haven't tried it in like 3 years. But yeah, Rome Total War 1 ran terribly on my i5 a few years ago. Okay, what remains of Edith Finch? I don't know what remains of Edith Finch. I haven't played it. A lot of people I know say this game's great, so maybe they're right. Maybe they're not. I don't know. It's the pinnacle of the 2010s indie scene. Okay, maybe it is. Personally, I would say that would be Papers, Please. Papers, Please better be on this list because it's an amazing game. Alien Isolation, yeah. Now, if Alien Isolation had ended, well, if it skipped the part where you're just running away from the robots, the androids, I think it would have been a 10 out of 10 game. It gets dull after the alien goes away for a while and the robots come in. Other than that, it's fantastic. Monster Hunter World. I have not played it. Is this a crossbow with a machine gun barrel and a scope? Yeah, I need to play it sometimes, I guess. A buddy of mine, I think it was Demon Slayer, suggested I try to play some of the older Monster Hunter games on the PSP. At least emulated them because they were really fun. Haven't gotten around to doing that either. Cyberpunk 2077 on 74. Hoping to buy it in its complete version, like with all the DLCs and stuff, at some point in the future on GOG when it's on sale. Until then, I really don't. I know it was launched in a very rough version because it's a CD Projekt game, and contrary to what The Witcher 3 has taught people, CD Projekt makes very terrible first releases that take at least a year to become functional. I know because I played The Witcher 1 and 2 in release. They were not functional. And this is par for the course. I'm hoping to play it some point. Well, everybody has opinions about it. Cool. Okay. FTL on 73. Yeah, FTL, fantastic game. It is like... This is basically one of the best Star Trek, non-Star Trek games there is. So, okay, should I call it Star Trek? I mean, yeah, it's more Star Trek than it is Battlestar Galactica. It does have the premise of Battlestar Galactica, but it behaves a bit more like Star Trek. Because you've got engineering, and you've got teleporters, and you've got different races working together and stuff like that. So it's maybe like a mix of them. Battle Trek Galactica? No. Star Battle Trek Galactica? I think there may have been another sci-fi show with a similar premise. Probably. 72, Vampire Survivors. Yeah, oh, I played the hell out of this game. I absolutely loved the guns expansion because it had guns in it, and the Castlevania expansion as well. That was just superb. Like the ending bit, where Dracula just shows up finally, and it does the scene, the famous scene of what is a man but a miserable box of secrets and stuff like that, and you don't belong in this world. And Dracula says, but I do belong in this world, and here's the proof, and he becomes a playable character. And then you get to fight death, and it's a very lovely scene. It's like, if you love Castlevania and have played most of the games, you'll get an amazing kick out of that expansion. If you're just familiar like with the surface stuff, you'll still very much enjoy it. Alan Wake 2 on 71. Wow, it's that good. Okay, I have not played. I've started playing Control. I think I'll finish it by 2027. I'm almost done with Yakuza 2 as well, so I'll probably be ready to finish it by the time the Kiwami version of 3 comes out. But yeah, Alan Wake 2, maybe it's good. Probably, I don't know. 70, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Ooh, that's one of the oldest games they've had on the list so far. Wow. Yeah. I've not touched many of the Splinter Cell games like at all. I was more into the Hitman style of game, stealth game, or Metal Gear. But I'd be meaning to play it, but I didn't have it. At one point, I almost had the Double Agent in my hands, but then they decided to not send it to me because I didn't deserve it. Because why should I be able to do my job with the game instead of, I don't know, doing something else, something boring? 69, nice. Grand Theft Auto Enhanced. I'm not sure what the enhanced version adds. I've not played it in a long time. Grand Theft Auto 5 has some of the worst missions in terms of structures that Rockstar has ever created, and from what I've seen, Red Dead Redemption 2 has the same kind of structure where you basically have no freedom. You're just on a scripted path, and you're just supposed to follow the follow marker, basically, like in Medal of Honor, the latest ones, and then Call of Duty from Modern Warfare 2 onwards, the old Modern Warfare 2. That just sapped basically any drive I had to actually enjoy the game. The open world is beautiful. The open world is fantastic. What you can do in it is sometimes good. I mean, they sort of gimp the jumps. Like, you don't have the unique jumps it's like you used to. Not unique, but the jumping in general like you used to, do style points and stuff. And they simplified it in many aspects. Like, your character no longer has like hair growth or stuff like they used to. It's a downgrade from San Andreas in some aspects, an upgrade from 4 in lots of other aspects, and the online mode just killed it. Like, they really had no reason to develop it further because of the online mode, because it's just, terrible. 68, the Resident Evil 2 remake. I've not played it. I've played the original Resident Evil 2. I enjoyed it. I played 3 first. I mean, Resident Evil 3, the original, so most of what I saw in 2 wasn't really a big surprise, because 3 is the same thing with like Dark Souls 3. If you've played 3 and then 1, you're not going to like 1 as much. If you've played 1, you're not going to like 3 as much. In the case of Resident Evil, if you played 2, you're not going to enjoy 3 that much. But if you've not played 2, but 3, then you're not going to enjoy 2 as much. So it's... Stop reusing content. That's the main story. 67. Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, I think me and Raul tried to play it on a stream like 10 years ago or something, before it was released. Then it didn't go well. The game would not run. It was still in alpha. I think Steven knew the developers, and I think he got us the key or something. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's that good. 67 Mass Effect 66 Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So it's the original, or is the fact that this it's all three of them. Okay, so all three of them. Really? So Mass Effect 2, I'm gonna have to go and rewatch my video from years ago, but wasn't Mass Effect 2 or 3 like in the top 10? So they've reached the conclusion that 2 is utter shit and drags the entire franchise down? Good. Okay, I'm glad. Well done, guys. Well done. 65 Cancer 2. Yeah, I mean, okay. No. 1.6 or Counter-Strike Condition Zero. No, not Condition Zero. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Counter-Strike 2, no. Counter-Strike 2, nobody gave a shit about it when it was released. It was launched in a state that was so bad that people were actively trying to play the old one. No. Maybe it's better now. No. Counter-Strike 1.6 defined FPS multiplayer gaming. Counter-Strike 2, bitch, please. Released 2012. No. It was released in 2022, I think. It supplanted Counter-Strike Go. It doesn't mean it was Counter-Strike Go. It didn't behave the same. It had different physics for a lot of things. No. If the spot to go, it's the spot to go to get streamed by Flash. Yes. But no. God, no. Counter-Strike 2, no. 1.6, yeah, but 1.6 should be higher. 64, Diablo 2. What, not the remaster? Really? You did this, but not the remaster? You know the remaster lets you use ladder rune words in single player, right? You don't have to mess around with runes.txt to do that anymore. It just lets you do that. Why isn't it resurrected here? Someone convinced that this genre is better with flashier lighting effects, non-stop rebalancing patches, and battle... I'm sorry, Resurrected has battle passes? Jesus Christ. If you want a more modern, wait, come out, Made basically no changes, improved good design is eternal. Later Diablo titles always put, okay, so yeah, they basically put it here because the new one doesn't really add much to it. So why not just put the new one? I mean, you did that with this, why not put the new one there? Because you wanted to have another older game there? Okay, I guess. Importance, number 10, yeah. Diablo 2 is absolutely important, and I think we played it actually recently. It really goes to show just how important it is to make levels that don't overstay their... Okay, Act 3 can go suck itself, but most levels aren't that long. They're short, you can enjoy them. They're not like Path of Exile's, whatchamacall-them... There is a word for the thing I'm thinking about in English. Not a drudge. There's a word for a long, arduous journey through land that is very hostile towards you. There's a word for that. There's a specific word for that. I'm going to remember it and shout it out at some point in the coming hour of this video. But yeah, Diablo 2 absolutely should have been higher. 63, Garry's Mod. Yeah, Garry's Mod isn't just like a collection of games that people invented. It's a tool set that I actually used at one point to make a webcomic that, well, really, Christopher Livingston didn't say anything about it. So if you don't know Chris Livingston from PC Gamer, he used to make the Half-Life Concerned, the Concerned Half-Life and Death of Gordon Froman webcomic. It was one of the best webcomics you could read on the internet 20 years ago. It was fantastic. It was comedic genius. The man just made a comic about the entirety of Half-Life 2 from the perspective of a random bozo that showed up a week before Gordon Freeman in CD17. A week or a month. Sometime before. It was brilliant. and he doesn't have anything to say about it. Wow. Man, I guess, I mean, the past is the past. You don't have to romanticize it or remember it or constantly say something about it, but I expected him to, like, okay, I get it. Yeah. It's deserving to be here. Okay. 62, Knights of the Old Republic 2. I remember playing this. I remember getting to the planet of the Aureliite priestesses. I don't remember what they're called. They were like the priestesses from the Ice Fortress in Icewind Dale 2, which I was also playing at that time. And I realized, like, at the end of their section that my entire game bugged out, because upon reaching the ending section of that whole thing, I found my characters that were, like, sitting in front of me. Like, I was controlling my characters, and they found themselves sitting in front of themselves in the cinematic that was supposed to trigger when I got there, and realized that the reason that the entire area seemed a bit off was because half the triggers for events did not trigger. I still finished it. I had to redo that entire section. It was rough. Very rough, and a bit, well, yeah, it's I had already played, and this was sometime after Jedi Knight 2, and Jedi Knight 2 had basically the same main character. I mean, he even had a bearded guy. It was Kyle Katarn, honestly, the guy that cut himself off from the Force. But it wasn't, some wound in the Force. No, Kyle Katarn was better. It's a nice game. It had stuff to say about Star Wars that nobody gives a shit about. Hey, did you hear that, what's his name? Adam Driver wanted to make a movie about Ben Solo, you know, his character, Kylo Ren, asset after the last movie, after Rise of Skywalker. And Disney said no because, well, how would we explain the character still being alive? That was the dumbest justification for not making money I've ever heard. Like, how would you explain the character not being alive? Man, it's Star Wars. It's space magic. Who gives a shit? Disney didn't give a shit, like, at all about half the movies they've made. Actually, more than half. They just keep making up stupid stuff. The Holdo maneuver. Warp interdictors, baby. Warp interdictors were a thing for specifically that reason. Also, Kyle Katarn stole the Death Star plans, not some what's-her-face. Okay, 61, Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 is nice. Thing is, if you play Yakuza 0 and 1 after another, one of them is gonna seem like very, very underdeveloped. And if you play 2 as well, 2 is gonna seem like a pile of trash, a pile of reused trash compared to 0. Honestly. Scale, like, I don't know what that is. The Cabaret Simulator game, yes. No Panties Barbecue. It's a story about organized... Yeah. It's a weird combination of... Actually, no, it's not a weird combination. It's a Japanese game. It's unabashedly Japanese. It's gonna combine, like, what you would... I would say... What's the movie that The Departed ripped off? Japanese crime story that's very, very heartfelt and very, very aggrandizing of the Yakuza. Like, really aggrandizing, like shaft-strokingly aggrandizing of the Yakuza. And a complete farce at the same time. I think that's intentional. Maybe it's trying to make fun of the Yakuza in that way. I mean, there was that Yakuza boss that was in diapers. Though I think that wasn't 2. Anyway, yeah, it's a good game. Go play it. Number 60, Arma 3. Yeah, Arma 3 was one of the foundational games of, well, the modern military shooter, military sim. And also, this is where we got DayZ. This is where we got the Battle Royale genre as we know it today. Well, that and Minecraft, Hunger Games. But yeah, this absolutely. One of the first, like, off-the-cuff comedy videos I ever made was with Arma 2's demo back in the day. It's one of the shows I wish I had been able to keep from the olden times, before Games Arena, before Gaming HD. Man, that's probably one of the video, like, that's the single video that I regret not keeping somewhere after I quit that place and turned my back to darkness. Anyway, 59, Satisfactory. Oh, great. That means it's going to sell 2 more copies. That's going to double their amount. If you don't know what I'm referring to, the marketing manager said that at one point that they sold 6 copies or 9 copies is a joke. And because everybody hated Epic Game Store, everybody thought he was being serious. Which he wasn't. It was an obvious joke. But because people are really, really ingrained in their confirmation bias seeking minds, which they have to be. I mean, this is what social media turned people into, mindless zombies. They all thought that he was not joking. Yeah, Satisfactory, I haven't played it, but it's basically a Factorio in first person, and you gotta love that. 58, Stalker Call of Pripyat Enhanced Edition. Okay. There was an enhanced edition released this year. Okay, that's news for me. Also, I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he's from the cover of the enhanced edition, because it doesn't look like straight look. I don't know who that is. Many dirty games can only differentiate between a stalker series, so to say. But Joshua has the vibe of the place and willingness to kill you at any time is unsurpassed. Yeah, okay. So I had no idea this was a thing. At least while you finish cooking, Call of Pripyat got an enhanced edition. Actually, no, it would be. Who did you play as in the third one in Call of Pripyat? Or wait, was Call of Pripyat the second one? Because like it was Shadow of Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat in Clear Skies, or was it Clear Skies in Call of Pripyat? I don't remember, honestly. It's been a long time. 57, Nier Automata. Yeah, I know this character from the internet. A lot of people seem to like dressing like her for some reason. And the game is probably amazing because it's made by Platinum Games. I think it's made by Platinum Games, right? I guess. Yeah, I've been meaning to play it for a long time. Maybe someday. 56. Oh, System Shock 2, the 25th anniversary remaster, which was released by coincidence this year. I've not played the remaster. I played the original like ages ago. I have the remake of the first one, which I'm going to play at some point this year, probably when I'm on vacation. Sorry to JC Dendon, but System Shock 2 is my favorite immersive sim of all time. Yeah, it's good, and it's good in its own ways. Deus Ex has other features that make it good in its ways as well. Not the least being that you can interact with other characters that don't just want to kill you. So it's a more immersive sim in that way. But yeah, it deserves to be here, maybe a bit higher. 55, Case of the Golden Isle. Yeah, this was here last year as well. Don't remember exactly on what place, but it was here. I still haven't played it. Maybe someday. Morrowind. Oh, yes, Morrowind. Yeah. Morrowind. Could maybe be a bit higher, but yeah, it's fine. At 54, it's fine. Haven't really seen all of the many strategy games yet, have I? There's still time. We're only like halfway through the list. Papers, Please. Yes, I said this was supposed to be here. It's higher than Edith Finch. Yeah, agree. This is one of the best games that came out in its era. It was a strikingly realistic depiction of life where I'm from years ago, like around this year. And it was made by a guy from America who lived in Japan. It took him making this game for people to understand why we're like this. That, and apparently the word for belong to or owning in Russia is the same word. Russian is the same word as next to, which explains so much about their imperialistic drive. Number 52, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege X. Now, I've been thinking about trying Rainbow Six Siege X and seeing maybe if it will reignite my passion for Rainbow Six Siege, which was extinguished by them shoving so many goddamn cosmetics that it made characters unrecognizable, and also redesigning maps constantly to basically let you rush with Ash to any place instead of using the repel mechanics of or special abilities of some characters whose entire thing was that they could repel like from the ground to the second floor. Like they could do that, but no, they just added stairs so you could rush with Ash because everybody plays Ash because she's got a smaller hitbox and she's got all the nice premium skins. Also, they took out, they savagely redesigned House. Like remember the House map, the one that was also in the fake trailer they released, the gameplay trailer they released at E3 like 10 years ago? And no, X wasn't released in 2015. It's a new game. I don't know exactly how it fits, but X is not this. Get your shit right, man. Yeah. The X update took a big swing by adding Switch's first new primary mode since launch. Dual front ends is a 6v6 twist on Siege, where teams have to attack and defend. Okay, so they turn into Team Fortress 2. It's got respawns. Okay, so maybe I would enjoy it. Maybe. 51, Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, I'd say it's okay. It's deserving. I've mellowed in. I was maybe a bit too harsh when I first reviewed it because the spell system they promised was, well, I was expecting, like they described something that was more akin to what we got with Divinity Original Sin, and it was a damn squib. Also the fact that you only had 3 characters in your party, like I hate that style so much. Like, we're going to save the world, let's only have 3 people go do something at the same time. What? What even is that? Like, why? Explain how that makes sense. You're not traveling like in a small tiny ship that can only fit 3 people. You're walking. Everybody's at the campsite. You're walking everywhere. Everybody's there. Yeah. It was a nice game. Oh my god. 50, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. I don't think this was here last year, but yeah. Alpha Centauri is still one of the best stories ever told in a strategy game. It's a story told through its world and characters at a level that nobody has surpassed. Actually, no. Nobody has reached yet. It was amazing. And strategy-wise, yeah, it had the unit spam problem, but you know, it was par for the course for that engine of that era of that style of game. But my god, is it importance only 8, quality 8.6, okay, freshness 4.4, yeah. But yeah, number 50, yeah. And the only person to have actually written something about it is Fraser Brown. Forget Civ, folks. Alpha Centauri is the best. Yes, it is. Exceptional faction design, initial settings, and simmering sci-fi story have kept this a must-play for decades. Yes, must have established a 4X playbook. Alpha Centauri shows what the X4X could be with a bit of imagination. Something bold, bizarre, and brimming with character. Please play it. The drones need you. They look up to you. Don't nerf staple the drones. Few other studios have attempted to continue the mostly dead evolutionary thread, with the exception of the brilliant Endless Legends and its early access sequel, which is sadly not in this list, but absolutely deserves to be. I'm sad that only Fraser Brown wrote something about it, and that Persona 5 Royale is above it. This is a console game. This is an Atlas console game. How are you putting it over Alpha's goddamn Centauri? It's... I'm no shade at Persona 5 Royale. I probably want to play it at some point. Like I said, I want to play the Persona games at some point. And it's got a cat bus in it. I think this is the cat that turns to a bus, right? I know it had a... Was it this or 4 that had a cat bus? Anyway, but Better than Alpha Centauri, man. I disagree with that vehemently. If that's how you pronounce the word, and it is not. 48. Final Fantasy. Go screw yourself. Final Fantasy X. These aren't PC games, man. Oh, they came out on PC in 2016. Who gives a crap? They came out on consoles for like 15 years before that. No. No. That's not how you make a top list. Last year you pulled the same stuff with Metal Gear Solid 3 that just got released on PC. No. And you put this above Alpha Centauri? Jesus, man. What like, less freshness. Okay, fresher than Alpha Centauri. Okay. Why fresher? Because they were released like in, what was it, 2-3 years apart. Importance. Well, yeah. Not as important. 8.75 quality, 8.60 quality. There's a 0.9 difference in... This scoring system is stupid. Like, you've got one of the best 4X games ever made. And the Final Fantasy game that gave Spoony an aneurysm almost when he reviewed it. Like, which is better? Okay. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, yeah. The new one came out, apparently. Not a lot of people like it. It's... yeah. Maybe they should have cancelled it. Again, who knows. Love Bloodlines. It's... If you're going to play it with the community patch. Maybe even with the community enhancements. There's a guy that keeps adding enhancements and moving things around it. Play it either way. It's fun. It's maybe not as open as it seems at first, but it's quite fun. Also, this is the Malkavian character you can play as. She looks like that, and has jiggle physics, as was the style at the time. 46. Wilder Myth. Yeah, I've got no clue. Basically, what if your XCOM runs were also... Okay, this sounds amazing. Yeah, this sounds superb, like it's XCOM D&D. Procedural. Wow. Okay, this actually sounds fantastic. I'll add it to the list of stuff I want to play but never get around to do it. I can't pronounce it. It's too late. It's almost 8 p.m. I have to go to sleep or I'll die. I'm an old man. Straftat. Slapstick Quake. I could have just said that. The world's first French 1v1 FPS that features cigarettes as cosmetic DLC, a brutalist playground where you bring your various clownish and exotically violent weapons into, so it's basically like Magica, but 1v1 and mixed with Mario Party. Magica better be on this list. If you're gonna put this thing here, Magica better be in here. Into the Breach, yeah. Into the Breach is phenomenal. It's... Oh, there was a... Oh. It reminds me of... There was a game many years ago called Massive Assault. This is like the better, vastly improved, more interesting version of that. It's an amazing game. Like, it's from the developers of FTL. It's one of the best games ever made, honestly. Should be higher, honestly. This and FTL should be higher. Oh, Stanley Parable, the Ultra Deluxe Edition. I had no idea this actually got released. I know it got delayed at one point, and I kept meaning to see if it was going to be released, and apparently it's out. So, yay! I played the original. It's a fantastic game. People would call it a walking simulator, but it's not. It actually has... You do stuff in it. The doing stuff is mostly trying to survive the narrator and finding an exit or an ending to the story. One that's more suitable to you, not to the narrator. It's got puzzles in its own way. It's actually a game. Unlike Dear Esther and that other dumb one. 42, Kerbal Space Program. This game is single-handedly responsible for the revitalization of interest in space travel and all the advancements that have been made in space travel in the past 5 years. What, you think SpaceX is responsible? No, SpaceX just spends billions and billions of dollars and money that should have gone to NASA into contaminating the Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean with debris. Because that's what they do. 41, Hollow Knight. I know the sequel was released recently. I've not played either of them. Apparently, it's good. Deadfire. Only played the original. Have not played this one. Not really a fan of guns in my fantasy RPGs. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Haven't played it. I'm glad it's here. I mean, maybe this way Josh is gonna feel better about himself. Because the game really did not do well, like at all. At all. 39, Hunt Showdown, 1896. This game also has some of the best audio design I've seen in a multiplayer FPS. Like, the whole idea of the extraction shooter was basically this game for a long time, and then every game started doing it. But this one still does it in style. I have not played it since it came out, but I'm glad it's still here and there's a list, and it's apparently still online and it's doing fine, I guess. Slay the Spire, still one of the best games ever made. Like, absolutely one of the best games ever made. There's a sequel in the works. I'm not sure if they can improve upon it. If they can, I'm probably gonna die playing it. World of Assassination. I still have some issues with its gameplay, with the way things function, with you having the ability to snap everybody's neck so you don't need weapons, with all the unlocks being absolutely pointless, with the new game mode, the roguelike game mode, which, what's it called? Oh, I forget what. The game mode could have been basically the campaign, the progression. The way they could have put the progression, the good progression that Blood Money had into World of Assassination. And they didn't. They managed to not do it. Like, they fumbled that game mode's progression so hard that it's unbelievable. But they recently released a mission with Bruce Lee in it, where you're not supposed to kill Bruce Lee. Unlike the mission with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where you have to kill Jean-Claude Van Damme a couple of times. No, you have to help him. And it's a fun thing. It's a fun game. It's a fun mission. But I actually got stuck at one point because I didn't know that time progressed when you were doing some objectives. And Bruce Lee ended up getting poisoned and then participating in a fight against an opponent that he was supposed to beat, which he could not do if he was poisoned. So I basically got shot at like 50 times because I kept entering into the ring, trying to cause distractions to give Bruce Lee the antidote, and I couldn't. But I caused so many distractions that I basically delayed the start of the match so much that Bruce Lee won. Because I forced the other guy to go hide because I started shooting my gun around and caused him to go in a lockdown, and he hid in his safe house, or safe room, and Bruce Lee won. And that's how I finished the elusive target mission without dying on the first go. Should have probably started with the arcade mode first and learned the mission there, but nah, I don't do that. I'll do it live and cause it complete. I should have recorded that stuff. It would have probably been fun to like do something with it. 36, Max Payne. Yes, God, absolutely yes. Max Payne was glorious. It's a fantastic game. It had bullet time and that noir storyline, and man, that narration and that face and the destruction physics of the environment. Yeah, this game is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the thing that amazed me back then is look at the hair. This looked like you don't really understand how good this game looked when you saw screenshots of it back in 2099 or even 2001. Just don't understand how good it looked. And 3 years later, I mean, 2 years later, we got Chrome. 3 years later, we got Far Cry, and then 6 years later, we had Crysis. And then graphics stopped evolving. Spelunky at 35. Probably, I think it's great. Apparently, it's one of the most sexiest games ever made, according to a certain somebody. But hey, I think it's Actually, I don't think anything because I never played it. 34, Hades. Again, haven't played it. I know the sequel is out. Why didn't they put the sequel? I mean, it was released this year, right? Isn't it better? Hades rules, but I think you should actually be playing Hades 2 right now. So why didn't you put Hades 2? What, you're breaking rules? Portal 2. Yeah. I'm actually one of the few people that think Portal 2 is better than the first Portal, because it improves on so many aspects in terms of story. It has a multiplayer component, which I actually finished with somebody. The puzzle where you have to slam into each other to actually get to where you need to go. That was very fun to figure out. Also, Cave Johnson's speech is seared into my mind. Like the lemon speech, you know it, right? Lemons. When life gives you lemons, make life take the lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? What was it? Do you know who I am? I'm Cave Johnson. I'm the man who's going to set your house on fire with the lemons. Make life take the lemons back. Ask to see life's manager. I'm messing up the order, but it was one of the most amazing speeches rendered magnificently by a great actor. So, go play it. 32, Return of the Obra Dinn. This is a Lucas Pope again, so yeah. I've been meaning to play it again for like 7 years. Still haven't. It's a good game. Yeah, no. God damn it. It's Metal Gear Solid 3 is not a PC game. Why didn't you put Delta here then, huh? Why not Metal Gear Solid Delta? Isn't it a remake of this one? Is it not out on PC yet? I hate how MGS3 remake Delta looks. The hype around it was only made me want to play on my Steam Deck, which I guess is one of positive Delta's favor. But Delta's newer, guys. Why not play? Why not just Counter-Strike 2? I don't know. This isn't a PC game. Like, it was released on PC like 20 years after it came out. More than 20 years after it came out. Actually, no, just 20 years. That's not a PC game. Don't do this. Don't be this obtuse. 30. Fallout New Vegas. I know I'm probably going to get hate for this, but although it was an improvement over 3, it's still not as good as 1 or 2. There, I said it. I said it, and I don't care who knows it. The fetishization of Fallout New Vegas is honestly something I find sickening. Grow up. Played Fallout 1 and 2. Pertinent on 29. Yay, there's another game from Obsidian. Haven't played this one either. Maybe I will at one point. 9 Souls. If this is a Souls-like, I'm gonna punch somebody. It's a Souls-like. Who gives a crap? Helldivers 2. So this is made by the developers of Magicka, and they were reunited with one of the marketing project manager guys from Paradox, who's now their CEO, and maybe they're working on an X-Wing, a TIE Fighter game, because that's really what they want to do. Magicka better be on this list, you goddamn pretend PC gamers. 26, Deus Ex. Wow. Deus Ex is not even in the top 20. Yeah, okay, I mean, it's just one of the foundational immersive sims of the age. Sure. People have a lot to say about it. Like, stay out of the lady's bathroom, but sure. 26. Designer 2, yeah. Designer 2 is fantastic, and my experience with playing it, like the first time I played it with Emily Coldwin, like the daughter. It's father and daughter. It's one of the few instances where you don't have to carry around the child character for the entire game, because the child character is a very skilled murderer. It's fantastic, but when I first played it, I was a bit more cautious because it was the first time I was playing it. I hadn't played the original one in so long, and I was sticking around and doing things a bit more careful, including exiting the first room that you're locked in. With Corvo, I just didn't, and like went completely insane. Finished the mission in like 3 minutes just by jumping from corpse to corpse to corpse and just skiing on people's heads as they were being stabbed. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's got some levels that are there was a theme for some games like in this period of time where they would have like a level that was bending time involved in it. It was this and Titanfall 2 and I think some other games had it. And that had no relation to any of the mechanics or any of the story of the game. But for one level, it was just an amazing like time travel minigame. And the ways you could finish, like the ending variants, the consequences of finishing that mission were astonishing. You didn't get it at first. Just how many options you had. It was amazing. Dark Souls Remastered, I thought this one sucked. I mean, I thought people thought that this one sucked and they were still playing the original. But at least that means there's only one Dark Souls in the list. So, yeah, and it's not even in the top 10. So, yay. Okay, good choice. Undertale. I've been meaning to play it for like a long time. Haven't. Maybe someday. Original Sin 2. Honestly, I would still pick 1 over 2. One had a different take on the RPG. It was a take that was more similar to the classic RPG where you are the player, you are the one driving the story. Original Sin 2, I mean, you're not even in this picture. Your character is not in this picture. You can pick from one of these characters, but you are not in this picture. It's about them. Also, see this hair here? That's Alosham. Her quest has the hardest battle in the entire game. If you manage to do her quest, the last battle is going to seem... the last battle in the proper story is going to seem like nothing. Also, gotta say, story was a bit... Like most of the events in the game were a bit... But in terms of mechanics, it was really good. But again, the first one I think had a fresher take on the RPG, a better take, a proper RPG, not a Bioware one. This was their audition for Baldur's Gate, basically. Planescape Torment on 21, yeah, it's a good game. It's a great game. You should go play it. And it's 10th on quality. Really? 10th on quality? Planescape Torment? Really? Its combat is a bit shit, right? Okay. 20, Minecraft. I actually expected this to be higher because, it's Minecraft. Second on importance, though, yeah? Nothing on importance, though. Okay, yeah, I agree. Thief Gold, okay, that's actually amazing. Thief is on this list. Okay, yeah, absolutely agree. Thief is in the top 20. I agree. Prey. This Prey, yes. Oh, this game is superb. The fact that they called it Prey instead of Prey Star Shock or Moon Shock or Space Shock or... Actually, no, System Shock was already in space. That would be stupid for me to say. That sort of... like, Bethesda hates Arcane. ZeniMax hates Arcane. Like, Arcane still existed under Bethesda just because... I don't know, they had dirt on somebody and that prevented ZeniMax and Bethesda from closing the studio. That's the only reason why they managed to survive, and maybe the dirt ran out and that's how Redfall happened. But the fact that they're not allowed to make good games like this one all the time is absolutely a tragedy. This is fantastic. I wish they would make a sequel. Like, the ending tells you that maybe new things can happen from that point on, but I don't think it's gonna happen because this sold basically nothing. 17, RimWorld. This is basically Dwarf Fortress Lite. You don't get to play it in 3, like, you can go up and down. Other than that, it's great. I love RimWorld. I thought there was only one in the Dark Souls. Sekiro's Devils Die Twice. I don't care. Half-Life 2 on 15. Yeah. Half-Life 2 is a good game. Not Half-Life 1 though. I mean, yes, I guess 2 was more of a showcase, more of a power driver, if you will. More of a Steam initiator. 14. Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition. Okay, they put Baldur's Gate 2 instead of 3. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. David Warner, yeah. Those days. Planar Spheres, Jaunts of Hell. Man, I remember figuring out one thing in Baldur's Gate 2 is that you can use the gate spell to summon a demon, but if you cast protection from evil on yourself, the demon, and if you're in a town, if you're in a city, if you're in what was it, what was the name of the city that you're in and at the beginning? God damn, I forgot the name of the city. Anyway, if you summon the demon in the city, it's gonna kill everybody. And you can loot. Well, you don't have a lot to loot, but it's gonna kill everybody. 13. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've played the first one. It was nice. I've not played the second one. Maybe I will at some point. Maybe I'll finish the first one at some point. I do not like the combat of the first one because basically every time you try to attack somebody, you just get, like, it doesn't matter what you did. At some point, the combat just becomes a mini game of riposte and quick times because everybody keeps, like, grabbing you by the hand and pushing you back. Like, what? I don't know. Mountain Blade better been in this top. Like, this gives me hope that Mountain Blade is here. Oh, hell! Wait. Does the fact that Morrowind was here mean that Skyrim isn't? Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. No. Okay, XCOM 2 did not fix any of the mistakes of XCOM 1, but it added so much more content that it let you avoid some of the problems that XCOM 1 had. Also, I think they're also including War of the Chosen, which is the expansion, which I never played. But honestly, I would have put the old XCOM here. Maybe XCOM 2, the old XCOM 2, or Jagged Alliance. Hey, Jagged Alliance 3 came out like relatively recently, and it wasn't, I mean, it was more of a farce than Jagged Alliance 2, but it was a better game than XCOM 2, honestly. And it's not here. Doom. Okay, yeah, it's obligatory. Like, didn't put in the top 10 because really the most important. Really? The most important. Really? 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 I guess, I mean, for their demographic, for their, like, for what they are, sure, maybe. Red Dead 2. Again, if it has the same mission structure as GTA 5, God, no. Elden Ring. I thought he said only one Dark Souls. Oh, this is Dark Souls open world. I don't care. It's the same thing. Balatro. I've not played this one. Apparently, it was really hot last year, and it's still really doing the rounds. Caves of Quad. I've been meaning to play this. This apparently is the freshest games. Is it first or 7? Man, the font is small. It's a roguelike, and it's apparently really good. I've been meaning to play it, and I will at some point in the next 20 years. 6. Stardew Valley. Yeah. Like, is it the 6th? I mean, yeah, it did sort of restart a boom of indie cozy games, I guess. So in that aspect, yeah. There's actually a Romanian developer that made like his own take on the genre, but it's sort of, what if you mix Stardew Valley with Factorio? And I forget the name of the game. If I remember, I'm going to put it here, unless I forget. But yeah, Stardew Valley, absolutely, I love it. It's a very good game. Number 5, Crusader Kings 3. Okay, so another Paradox game is here. Yeah. This game destroyed my RX 480 video card. So Paradox, if you're watching, you owe me a video card at the inflation adjusted price, I guess. But yeah, it was a fun game. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt at 4. Okay. Yeah, it's... As open world RPGs goes, it's one of the better ones. I mean, it still has the level scaling problem where two old people somewhere in a swamp can beat you up even though you just spent like 20 hours hunting down some of the most terrifying monsters in existence. But sure, it's good enough. And the like the Master of Mirrors storyline is superb. The one with the vampire though, the one with the vampire, like Blood and Wine, has a time skip, like a mandatory time skip that doesn't let you solve the problem. It doesn't. They chickened out. Also, that Oriana character from Blood and Wine, that was legitimately, that was Triss's model from The Witcher 1 for some reason. Number 3, Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, there was also the documentary made by NoClip recently, so I guess this does put it up there higher. Quality 8, quality 5. If you have the graphical version, maybe. If you have the ASCII version, if we're conflating playability with quality, then no. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress is good. Disco Elysium number 2, no. Like, Disco Elysium is a fine game. It's not number 2. You've not had a single strategy game outside of Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri and XCOM 2 here. Really, you've not had. How the hell are you going to put this in number 2? You don't have StarCraft, you don't have Age of Empires, you don't have Master of Magic, you don't have Master of Orion. You do not have, like, most strategy games ever made. You don't have a Commandos. You don't have, like, well, anything. Yeah. I like Disco Elysium. It's not number 2. Like, quality, really? Is it number 1 in terms of quality? Really? Really? When it has so few mechanics in it, yeah, I guess you could have it number 1 in terms of quality. Also, the game, it's not really obvious at first, but the game railroads you hard at one point. Like, all the choices that you have, like, disappear and go, like, you see this gun? There's only one way to get your gun back. One way, and it's stupid. It's just dumb. It railroads you very hard. So, okay. Let's see what's next. Let's see what it can't be a Zelda game, so the counter is still at 0. Let's oh boy. Better not be Super Mario Galaxy. And it's... Hold on. Wait a minute. Didn't you say we're gonna only have one? I'm gonna... Well... Okay. Something stuff. For instance, Baldur's... if you feel games are different enough from each other than to both be worth mentioning, for instance, Baldur's Gate was... lower scoring game in the series are removed. Okay, so it's Baldur's Gate 3. And again, no StarCraft, no Warcraft, no strategy games. Are you sure you're PC gamer and not console peasant gamer? Because you seem like you're console peasant gamer. I mean, I know you are. I know most of your editors are console peasants. Okay. Baldur's Gate 3, yes, absolutely yes. Fantastic game from what I've been told. Fantastic developer, I know them. They're working probably on an Ultima game right now. But man, not a single... You don't have any RTS games in this list. Like, none. Like, where's Mule? Mule was on PC. There's no Mule on PC. And in this list, I mean... There's no MMOs, like, you know, the genre that the PC is known for. There are none. Like, where's World of Warcraft? It's the most played MMO in history. It's still being played. It just got a huge reveal that the planet itself is a living god that's been imprisoned by the people who you thought were the gods. It's a disgrace of a top. Like, it's not completely bad. It's just completely falls on its face. This is like Last Jedi combined with Rise of Skywalker of top 100s. Okay, let's go to the personals. Lies of P. I don't care. Uplink. Yeah, Uplink is a PC game. Okay, Joshua Wollens. Yeah, you're probably one of the few people that actually understand what a PC game is. Ninja Gaiden is not a PC game. There are no Ninja Gaiden PC games. It's just like a port. Okay, having just finished Wrath of the Righteous, no, Wrath of the Righteous is shit. Like, they took an incredibly good concept, probably what is a good campaign, and then just made a really, really, really badly paced, badly written, badly RPG game around it. Like, it's a nonsensical story for one. Like, if you really get into the details, it makes not goddamn sense. Also, it's really, really not that good. I've played Pathfinder RPGs, like pen and paper RPGs, and this is just so botched. It's incredibly, but there's so much in it that you don't realize how badly botched it is for a while, and then you do, and then you just hope it ends because it's just so badly paced. Oh my god, it is incredibly badly paced and badly directed at some points. The story just oof, very oof. But Ember and okay, so if they were just to make a game about Ember and Aru, like battling around the underworld or whatever, I would play that. Everything else in the game, no, like it can go to hell and stay there. Other suggestion: Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I guess I haven't played them. Fields of Mysteria. Okay, this I've not heard of this, but apparently it's a nice game. Monster Train 2. I don't know. EDF. Okay, again, not a PC game. EDF is not a PC series, but I've played EDF. I love the hell out of EDF, but still, not a PC. This is an arcade game. This is an evolution of an arcade game. It's not a PC game, people. That's not how you do things. Ah, no. Okay. Wow. Somebody remembers strategy games. Jesus Christ. Somebody remember another adventure game. Oh my God. And it's the console fanboy who remembered it. Jesus Christ. Come on, Chris. Man, Chris. No. You, Skyrim, come on. You can do better than that. Norco, I don't know what it is. Skin Deep, that's the one with the cats, right? Yakuza Like a Dragon. Rain World, okay. Had my issues with Rain World, but it was at least interesting. Magic the Gathering Arena. Sure. I think this was the last one released before they stopped making annual ones. Old Skies, also a good game. Metro X. Oh, Metro. Yeah, somebody remembered Metro. That's nice of them. And that's it. That's the top 100 PC games of all time. Oh, it's the best games you can play. Not of all time. It's best games you can play. Maybe that you can play. Goddamn noobs. Yeah. Some good parts of the list. Some absolutely horseshit ideas in the list. But I mean, that's what lists like these are for. Being terrible. And stuff. Also, they should probably put the newer Doom. I mean, yeah, in terms of reportedness, it would not have been that good, but in terms of quality and freshness, a lot higher. Also, XCOM 2, maybe the War of the Chosen changes so much. I don't know. And as usual, no Sands of Time, but at least I remember to include some Ubisoft games, or one in the mention, so the bird doesn't die this time. Well, this would be it about the show. If some other magazine makes another one of these things, I'm gonna react to it again, because it's cheap, easy to do content, Like, it's just an hour and a half. I'm just gonna slap something on it and then call it a day. And the Zelda counter is at 0. So less editing, I don't have to change that thing. Thank God. Well, I'm gonna see you again soon with the Heroes video. I think I'm maybe gonna release that on the weekend so I have time to do it properly. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Hopefully it'll end soon. Bye-bye.